Mega 5 here. Who we got?
We got Daniel.
Daniel's back again, but this time with a different deck. What'd you play today, Daniel?
Well, another deck that got support was Yubel.
Yubel. Oh, this is throwback to GX era, guys.
Very strange deck. The games I won tonight, people don't know how to play around Yubel, and there's certain cards that make it even more fun for Yubel to torment opponents with.
Let's jump into it, man.
All right. So to start off with, Sacred Beast Engine, Dark Beckoning Beast. One of the best cards just to keep adding cards, get extra resources. Also, you want to see this get ashed. I know Ash isn't getting played at the moment. If you get ashed and they have the Samsara, you get to summon that for free because, funnily enough, a lot of the fiends in this deck are 0/0. So.
Oh wow, that's actually quite cool.
So this has been updated since. Only playing the two of these, I found that with playing three, having too many, and also if I've got the Yubel on field and I've already gone through one of them, I can just add one back to hand because Yubel's a level 10 monster like the other Sacred Beasts.
Nice.
So probably the best star of the deck, 3 Samsara Lotus. Very flexible. You get a few people that don't know the cards and they want to imperm you after you've activated the effect. Tributes for cost, but it gets into your Spirit of Yubel and from there you go on from that.
Oh wow.
Speaking of Spirit of Yubel, probably the other best card. It's also a Yubel monster, so it helps you fuse your monsters, and it also gets you the spell and traps that inflict misery to your opponents.
Oh, nice. These are the new cards that came out too.
These are all the new cards here. So you got 3 Nightmare Pain, basically a Searcher and Destroy, so you ideally try to destroy that one to get access to Yubel, or if you've already got Yubel access, you can pop Yubel for a Terra Incarnate if you so desire. Some decks aren't playing this. I found this useful at 1, just as a different search to Nightmare Pain. There's times when you're in a bit of a grind game that you'd rather see this and removing a counter because you're cycling through your Yubels just to keep getting Yubel monsters back just so good.
Oh, wow.
One of the Trap, also good in grind games, and it's also very good if people aren't aware that your Yubel monster can pretty much wipe their entire board. There was times when Yubel, the fusion burnt for 2,500 and only one of them was my monsters, so. For the Yubel monsters, only 2. There was probably 1 game I could have gone into the Ultimate Nightmare, but I feel that's not really worth the brick. This helped really well against Vanquish Soul, just the end of board wipe after they've done all their interactions, and it allows you to still play the game after you're destroying a Yubel, which you play a bit. Little bit of support, the little Unchained package. Generally you search that off Yama, say if you've got access to your Yubel cards, or the Dark Beckoning Beast, 2 of the normals of that, go into Yama, search that, pop one of your set cards that you could set off Yubel, and then do that, set that. I didn't play the Escape. You generally don't end on an Unchained monster, but having another access to any of your links or that is much more helpful than having them pop. And also this can pop all your Fiends and Yubels and what on field, so that's really good, and there's a lot of cards that discard or send cards to graveyard, so it's not a bad card.
Nice.
To help with my normal summons, either the Beckoning Beasts and the Samsara Lotus, 3 Piri Res Map. I feel that it's a perfect way to interact, either draw an Ash or get a Droll, unfortunately.
Yeah.
At least you'll know at the start of your main phase how to play your turn. And it's just 3 ways. You can either search Dark Beckoning or Spirit, so it basically makes 9 starters instead of 6.
Nice.
1 for 1 because it's such a good card. Send any of your useless cards in your hand. It can either be your Yubel, Terra Incarnate, the Shyama. There's enough cards to get rid of to get access to a free Samsara, and that way you don't burn your normal summon.
Nice.
Only 2 Super Poly in the main. Mature Chronicle can search it. It's great for breaking boards. I tend to end the game before it becomes too much of a threat. I do add 3 in the going second. 1 Call by the Grave. It's pretty much the only reason I lost against Brad, who basically got hit one of my key pieces both turns and won him the game.
Oh, wow.
I played 3 Imperms. There's a few Fire King Snake Eyes players. So these were originally Bell. Imperm just works 10
Better.
times better. Not getting tactics, not getting hit with that. And it still switches off what I need to. Best hand trap of this, if basically try let them get a big board, either Imperm their negate or whatever, put a Nibiru token in attack position with 8,000 attack,
kills them.
crash with your Yubel with Nightmare Pain, and GG, game over.
Yeah. Nice.
I know Ash mightn't feel as strong, there's still some branded here.
Yep.
Branded Fusion allows that deck to get too much advantage over mine. It's kind of a necessary evil, and sometimes with some decks, Ash can end the turn, but we know how well and resilient Viking is.
Yep.
Ash either does it or it doesn't, and you just hope it does. 3 Droll, because it's a mandatory playing this format. You can't afford not to play Droll either main or side.
Yeah.
It's just too much adding. At least you need to make your opponent think what you need to do. And because I was sick of being hand trapped, I either drew more cards to, get rid of bricks, because having hand advantage with this deck allows so many more options. You do run out of card advantage, so this is a good way to get back. Or you want to reveal information if you've got your combo set.
Oh, nice. And how many in the main deck?
42.
Oh, that's good.
I'm trying to see if 40 doesn't really work. It's just hard to find where to cut.
Alright, let's have a look at the extra deck.
So, Almirage, best Link 1, normal summon with 1,000 attack. I don't have any normal summons that are more than 0 attack, so that's pretty good. The Tour Guide, everything's a fiend. I can discard, bring back whatever I like in the format. The Unchained lineup, these are pretty good. Basically, I mostly use these 3. The Link 2 didn't come up as much for how the game's dictated, but having that being able to pop everything, you pop so much times on your turn, you're pretty much guaranteed at least 2 of the 3 pops every turn, depending on if they get a battle phase or not.
Yep.
SP as the Link 2 target, or just a Link 2 target. It's the best card in the extra deck currently, competing with Typhon. 2 of the Yubel Forever. Funny thing I got to do with that was burn for 25, burn him with the damage with Nightmare Pain, and then at the end of damage step, burn him for the remainder of his life points.
Oh, wow.
So he lost almost 7,000 life, his 6,800 life points, just with that card sending his board to the grave.
Jeez.
For your Super Bully targets, Mud Dragon the Swamp, pretty similar. Everyone's playing the same attribute, so it makes sense. Garura, because everyone seems to play the same attribute and type, and that one's just emergency against the Fire King matchup. Obviously, IP and Flamberge is a bit good. So, the IP and the Amber Whale, because those interactions can, even though you don't particularly neg off them, like you still would rather cycle them how you want to. In case I do get the 2 6s on board and I decide that's the way to play, I have that just as an emergency. Hadn't seen it tonight. Because all your Yubel monsters are 10, except like the Terra Incarnate and the Fusion, you got access to 2 level 10s.
Pretty good card, yeah.
Good card. I think the funniest thing is you attack 3k monsters with your 2 Yubel monsters, put it in the bat, burn them for the last 2, and it's hilarious. And just that, no Zeus, because that's much more useful and I can turn off everything. The only monsters in my extra deck that would be affected are Gustav and the Link 4 Unchained. Everything else does not affect me because I am well below 3,000. I am not even well above 0.
Alright, let's look at that spicy side deck.
Right, for side deck, undecided for the side. I was mainly thinking Fire King and the particular matchups we have here at RC Crew. 3 DD Crows. It just gets rid of a particular nuisance in graveyard or commits a resource that maybe you can get rid of. Goes well with Call by the Grave. Because this deck doesn't particularly mind being banished, because you can bring back your Yubels banished with the Spirit of Yubel. might hurt your grind game a little bit, but for what it does to the decks that it really hurts, it ends them much
So
quicker.
evil.
3 dark kaijus. I run a lot of dark. Also with this one, it helps as a super poly target being Dark Fiend, and it's also the perfect amount of attack that if I can crash with 3 Yubel monsters, it takes them to 84, which goes for game.
Yes, that is crazy. What the heck?
Bit of side deck hate. 1 Lightning Storm, 1 Duster. These are generally more for the trap heavy matchups.
Yep.
You can generally play well enough into trap decks for how your deck operates, because most of your stuff can be protected by battle or card effects, especially your fusion. 3 Cosmic Cyclones. It's too good. It's helped me stop anti-spell twice in a game.
Yeah, it's a necessary evil right now.
Necessary evil. It takes away one particular resource and it's pretty much free. Side it in going second, and in the end game, if you're worried about life points, you can side it back out. And the last super poly, because you might as well try see through them. Didn't super poly too much, but the one time I did, yeah, my Yubel monster and 4 of their monsters. It's like, oh, what are you fusing? Oh, just your entire board.
That's crazy, man.
But yeah, that's basically, this is totally up for, I got to work out how to like maximize this. Every card felt like impactful. It's just whether these are the most impactful 15 cards I can put in the side at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure yet.
All good, man. Any shout-outs, my friend?
Shout out to the Yellow Heart himself.
Yeah, thank you.
Shout out to the James Birthday Boy Moore.
Yep.
Hey again. I'm sure we've seen James more tonight than everyone else. The boys at RC Crew, thank you for that. And my brother helping me put this and kind of optimize it a bit. I did play it the other night, so instead of going 1-3 the other night, I go 3-1 tonight. So it has felt a lot better, and it's just a weird deck that people don't understand how to play against sometimes, which is always interesting.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, congrats getting 3-1, man, and I hope to see you with this Yubel deck again, honestly. That's awesome.
I can't wait till they get their feed spell in Legacy Destruction, because destroying for deck for free is a pretty busted effect.
That's what basic ruining does right now. It's so broken. Alright, man. I'll see you next time.